here, but anyway. Okay. Okay, so first of all, chapter 1. So let's go over again what these are. Verbs, you know. Verbs are action, right? Doing. Nouns, name. Proper noun, names, but it has to be a capital, a special name. Places, you know what that is. Pronoun. A pronoun takes the place of a noun. Okay? Pronoun. You use instead of a noun. Adjective, that is our describing how something looks, sounds, that's your ear, tastes, smells, feels, right? And looks at it. And an adverb describes a verb. Adjective describes a noun. Adverb describes a verb. How something is doing. This is an interesting one. Onomatopoeia. Can you say that? Onomatopoeia. It sounds like a not very nice word, but it means a word that imitates a sound. Like if you said roar, that's a word that's imitating a sound. Meow. That's a word that imitates a sound. Chirp, oink. Okay, and you know places. Okay, did we hit everything? Okay, so open up to the very first page, page 1. I see a proper noun that just jumps right out at me. It's a long one. There's more than one. Wisconsin, big woods, proper noun. How about if we find all our proper nouns in chapter 1? Okay, let's go with big woods. So it's capital, big, capital woods, because it's a proper noun. It actually names that one, like Yosemite. Wisconsin, look at your book to spell it, because this is probably a little too small. Wisconsin. Okay, that is a proper noun. Names a specific place. Kind of tool through. Look at the next page. Wolves, is that a proper noun? It's capitalized. No, it's just capitalized because it's the beginning of a sentence. But I see Mary and Carrie and Laura, Pa, things like that. So why don't we go ahead and pick Laura, since she's the author. So we found all of our proper nouns in chapter 1. Okay, why don't we skip to chapter 2? Chapter 2, where does that start? Winter days and winter nights. Starts on page 19 in my book. Let's look for pronouns. Where does it take the place of a name? So look through. Look at the second sentence. Every morning, Pa took his gun. His takes the place of Pa. That would be a pronoun. And keep reading. He set out. He is a pronoun. Still takes the place of Pa. Oh, look at there. Mary jumped up and down and clapped their hands. They were so glad. They takes the place of Laura and Mary. So we found 3 pronouns in chapter 2, first page. Okay, let's go to the 3rd chapter for verbs. The 3rd chapter is the long rifle. Starts on page 35 in my book. You can look at your table of contents. And we seem to be having some good results from the very first pages, right? Verbs, action verbs. Every evening before he began to tell stories. Is there an action there? What is Pa doing? He's telling. So let's go with tell. It says he made the bullets. Laura and Mary helped him. There's an action. They brought. There's a verb. Lots of verbs. Every sentence should pretty much almost have a verb. Then while he squatted on the hearth and made bullets, they sat and they watched. So this thing is full of verbs. So you go ahead and pick which ones you want. I'm just going to go ahead and take my most interesting ones. I'm going to take squatted, tell, squatted, and watched. Those are going to be mine. You can use mine or you can pick your own. Okay, but those are verbs. And that was chapter 3. Let's go to chapter 4 for nouns. Chapter 4 was entitled Christmas. Start on page 46. Christmas would be a great proper noun, wouldn't it? 46 in my book. Okay, we're going to nouns. Names of things. We can't use Christmas as a proper noun. The little log house. House. You can find your own if you want. I'm going with house. Was almost buried in snow. That's the name of something. Great drifts were banked against the walls and windows. And in the morning when Pa opened the door, there was a wall of snow as high as Laura's head. That's a noun. Pa took the shovel. I'm going to take that one. It's full of nouns. Shovel, path, barn, horses, cows, stalls, days, chairs, trees. You got lots of nouns there. So you can choose mine, house, snow, and shovel, or you can choose your own. This one's going to be the harder one probably. Adjective describes a noun. So let's go to chapter 5. Chapter 5 is called Sundays. 65 in my book. Sundays. We're having good luck with the first page. So let's see. Describing how something looked. Now the winter seemed long. What did the winter seem? Long. So that's kind of describing the winter. It was long. The time went by so slowly. That might be more over here. Oh, what kind of clothes did they wear? Laura, every Sunday, Mary and Laura were dressed from the skin out in their, what kind of clothes? Best clothes. That would be an adjective that describes a noun. The best clothes. With fresh ribbons in their hair. What kind of ribbons? Fresh. That could describe a noun. Long, best, fresh. Very good. Let's go to chapter 6 for adverbs. How something acts. Okay, chapter 6. What page? See if you get there before I do. Okay. Chapter 6. Next one. Is that the sugar snow? Chapter 6 is actually Two Big Bears on page 79. I went went too far. 79. We'll check out the first page. I don't have a 79. Ah, there it is. Okay, describes an action. Then one day Pa said that the spring was coming. It's beginning to thaw. Bits of it dripped from the branches, made little holes in the softening snowbank. At noon, all the big icicles, big would be. How something acts, adverb. What did the snow do? It dripped. D-R-I-P-P-E-D. That's how the snow is acting. It dripped. One evening he made a big, there were so many furs, they're packed tightly, tied together. Early one morning, strapped the bundle, started. There were so many he could not take his gun. Ooh. Before sunup and walking very fast. How was he walking? Fast. Snow dripped, walk fast. That might be an adjective, but we'll go with this. Okay. Just kind of glance through there. See if it says how something acts. Okay. Oh, here's one. On page 81, it says, Laura was proud to be helping Ma with the milking, and she carried the lantern very carefully. How did she carry? Carefully. Carefully. Dripped does not describe a verb. Snow is not a verb. Snow is a noun. Fast, carefully. Let's find another action. Okay, so on page 84, Ma was mending the shirt. Laura saw her fold it slowly and carefully. So slowly could be her action of folding. She folded slowly, she folded carefully, and I forget what fast was. So let's look for onomatopoeias in chapter 7. If we can't find any, then we're just going to have to save that and see if any jump out. Okay, so that's the sugar snow on page 93. So we're looking for sounds, the sound, a word. Oh, all day the icicles fell one by one from the eaves with soft smashing and crackling sounds. So if it said the snow said crackle, crackle, we could go with that, but not really. So going kind of fast, looking for, like if a bear were to make a sound, if the dog, or if a gun, you guys helping me? Whoop. This one's a hard one. Keep looking. Nope, let's go on into the next one. Dance at Grandpa's. This one could be hard. We could save it. Let's save that one. Okay, places. Well, Dance at Grandpa's. That was already waiting at the gate. Gate could be a place, but not really. It's more of a thing. Grandma's bed, that's a thing. The ants were in the kitchen, that's a place. They were working in the kitchen. Bright flames were in the fireplace. More of a thing. A place. Ooh, they went into the woods. That's a place. The woods. Aunt Ruby made them so pretty in their room. The girls' room, that would be a place. Kitchen, the woods, a room. Okay, we've made it all the way around except for the onomatopoeia. That one's tough. Sometimes they put quotation marks around it, like it's a scream, a growl, meow. We can make up our own. Now we know they ran into a pig, right? I don't know where it was, but what did the pig say? He was probably squealing. He could have said, oink. And of course, when they ran into a bear, when Paul ran into a bear, what do you think the bear might have said? Grrr, right? Grrr. Something like that. So there's our onomatopoeias. Alrighty. So that ends that for the day. Okay. Let me see how much time we have left. Oh, probably none. Alrighty, so I will see you in a little while for our history, California studies. Not sure we're going to do a drawing lesson. I'm going to go look for one, and if I don't find one, we'll just go right to history, okay? Alright, see you later. Bye-bye. Don't look at my hair.